Hey guys, welcome to MasterGamingVR. We are back with this beast, and as you can see in here, we have done some stuff. We attached the reservoir to one of these back plates that that is for the SSDs. So it's just attached there with a screw in there, a screw in there, and a screw in here. I tried doing some stuff with these rubber mounts, but the screws just didn't go all the way through. The rubber mount was too thick, so I kind of tossed that idea and then just pulled out the rubber mounts, screws directly into that, pulled the rubber mount off of this, and then screwed directly into that. So it's only on there with 3 screws, but it's got some wiggle room, but it's not really going anywhere. The other idea was for the pump, I was trying to figure out how I was going to mount it. Because I didn't really realize that the mounting screws were the perfect basically the perfect width to go in here and along this rail. So basically the 2 outer rails, they were basically perfect for it. The holes didn't quite line up, so I only got 2 screws into each side, but I think that that's also in there pretty sturdy. It's more sturdy than the reservoir. But initially the idea was I was going to try and like drill it into here and use one of these stands and just have it like standing upright. These brackets here can go either backwards or down or any direction you want. So that was the initial idea, and then I was like, whatever, we'll stick it like that.
Am I the only one with a black screen?
You have a black screen? I see it working, but let me go to the channel on my phone really quick. Of course, now it's going to ask for my password instead of just taking my fingerprint, because I'm trying to check something. Let's see. Easiest way, I'm going to drop this link in Discord really quick, because I actually forgot to do that.
Kristofonzi said, I'll reset to BRB.
Alright, cool. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for letting me know. And open Discord. Click the link in Discord. And let's see. Do I have stream?
Kristofonzi said, yep, I can see stuff.
Okay, cool. Because the link in Discord did not take me where it was supposed to. Alright. Anywho, if you can see, then all is good. Alright. Let's get back to it. So, those are the things that I did while off camera. I did discover, and the reason why I did these off camera was because
said it was from notifications or what?
Yeah, I don't know.
It has problems.
It's YouTube. Sometimes it has problems. So the reason why I did these, why I needed to figure out how to do these, is because I noticed something, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it from there. Oh no, my flashlight is dead. RIP flashlight. Let me plug this in really quick. Actually, I can plug it in over here. Yes, my flashlight plugs in. I love this flashlight. It is super powerful, and it is USB recharging. And the USB charge lasts for fucking ever. I think I probably just left it on overnight. Alright, well, let me grab my phone for a temporary flashlight, and I will show you the problem that has me a nervous wreck again. Alright, so right in here, these are the pump controls. And right under here, under the video card, is the main pump control. So I'm going to have to lift the graphics cards out again. Maybe not all the way. Maybe I can just lift this one up. But yeah, the graphics cards are going to have to come out again so that I can plug the pump control, or the pump, into the pump controller. Because that kind of needs to happen so that I can adjust the RPMs and control the pump as I need to do. So that was a fuck up. That's probably the biggest fuck up. I did go and get another radiator, and unfortunately it's a brand mismatch. These are Alpha Cool. The ones that I originally got were Alpha Cools. This is an EK, so it looks different. It's got more branding on it, DLC Solution, Coolstream, SE, blah, 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 blah. It's not a crossflow like I wanted because Micro Center doesn't sell crossflows. Micro Center also doesn't sell Alpha Cools. It's very unfortunate, but that is my local place, and the only place that I would have been able to get anything without waiting forever. So there it is. You guys couldn't see it because I wasn't in the camera. So I got another Slim 360 that I'm going to put in the front, and hopefully that will work. I've also been trying to figure out off stream how I'm going to set the loop up, because originally what I had planned was from the CPU here, it would go up and over into the top of the crossflow up here, go down the crossflow, and then have a 90 to come up and a 90 to go into this, and then from here this one would go straight down into the pump, or down and over into the pump, and up into the GPU, but I ended up not having a lot of space. This case is much smaller than I expected when I got it, to be honest. Yeah, it's just once you start sticking things in here, even these gigantic cases start to feel super, super tiny. So I expected that I would be able to put this under here and have this outtake just go straight up. But that was not the case. I also need to, and I just thought about this, check the intake and outtake on these, because I think this is the intake. I think this is the in and this is the out, and that's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to swap those. Which means this is not positioned as perfectly as I wanted it to be. Shart. Okay. Well, that's another thing on the to-do list. But first, need to get that plugged in. I need to get the radiator and the fans and screwed into this panel. And then from there, get the tubing on the loop to go however I'm going to have it go. And then from there, we can start trying to put it together. Oh, and I also pulled off the wireless receiver card. This is the Vive wireless PCIe card. And that's just going to go straight in down there and fill that last PCIe slot. I guess it could also go up here if I really wanted to. And maybe I'll try that, because that is an appropriate sized PCIe slot, and that'll leave this open in case I have something else that I want to put there, but it's also going to look ugly just sticking that there. So I don't know, it may go down there. But even if I stick it down there, it's not going to be hidden, so fuck it. Maybe I'll just put it in the top. Who knows? I don't know. I'll decide when I decide. So let's do the painful stuff first. And let's try and get that in there. And I'm going to turn this back on and see if I can get light just flowing in there. This is going to suck. This is going to suck a lot. 69, alright. Let's stick you in there. It gives me a little bit of light. Not as much as I would want, but a little bit of light. Alright, I'm going to take
Phil
this
Henry
off.
100
Hey, Phil.
said, GD, those 2080 Ti's are beautiful.
Oh, they're beautiful, but I'm gonna have to fuck with them again, and that is not beautiful. and I don't like it, and it's really bothering me that I keep having to do this. I thought they were good. I thought it was all set, and now I've got to fuck with one of them again, and I don't like it.
Henry 100 said, "Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that."
Well, it's my own fault. As I was explaining earlier, there's the pump control header is right under this right here, and I've got to unfuck that because that's bad. If I don't, I will not be able to control the pump from the BIOS. All right, I could go out and get a fan controller and plug it into the fan controller instead. But why do that when it's one of the reasons why I picked the motherboard, because it had that. It was a feature that I bought the motherboard for, so I might as well use the things that I bought the motherboard for, even if it is going to be a pain in the ass. Alright, is that enough to get it in there? There's pump 1 and pump 2, so there's 2 of these in here. Alright, how am I going to route the cables? Because once I do this, it's fucking done. Once I do this, it is done, and I'm not changing it. Well, that's blinding me now. Alright, come on, you. You're supposed to be helping, not hurting. There you go. Alright, so I'm going to take that out for a second, and I'm going to lift this. So you guys are probably going to have a very bad view for a second. I'm going to try and go under all of this crap and just... Where do I want to come up through? Right here? That looks reasonable-ish. Not really. Can I go through here? So with the modular design of this case came a lot of headaches, to be honest. Like, I kind of wish that I had just gone with the old-fashioned Cosmos 2 that I know, but at the same time, that's really not that great for water cooling either. So I might just have to sacrifice the doors if I want to continue water cooling, because these cases just really aren't that great for it. If I was doing air cooling, I'd be done. I'd have been done a long time ago. Like, this wouldn't be anywhere near as painful. I wouldn't be fucking with this pump controller. That's something I wouldn't be doing. Right. All the excess, and I can just pull it through later. Do I have enough play to get this in there and not pull the whole card out? Oh, fucking phone. Jesus Christ. You're there. I'm gonna bend these pins so bad. Let's see. Let's try tools. So I can't get my fingers in there the way that I need to, so let's get... There we go. That works so much better. Oh, beautiful. Okay, and it's on there. Good. All right, done. That was somewhat painless. Now I just need to stick the card back in and manage this wire a bit, but I could manage the wire... That's not really that visible, I guess. Right.
Callrim
Alright.
said, "Nice. Didn't know you streamed to YouTube."
Yes, I do.
For being able to watch a VR stream in the future.
Yeah, I'm probably... Where the hell did my screwdrivers go? Where are all my things? Yeah, I do it. I don't do it super frequently, but I might try to start getting a bit more regular with it. Try to set a specific day for just streaming some stuff. There's some things that I want to stream, like Survive, I think, would be a good Let's Play stream. Maybe get some members from Discord into that stream. I think that would be fun since it's multiplayer. But I don't do a whole lot of it, though I kind of want to. It's more where I do the just kick back and play stuff, where I'm not expressly doing a review. I'm just having fun. It's the games that I enjoy. All right, it's not going in like it's supposed to. Oh God. Oh, please tell me that it's going to let me do this. It's not seating correctly. Mm-hmm. Well, this one's not in there either. So that one's in there. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's up. Yeah, that's not up. Okay. There's that. That's out. And then I go in and down. Oh, fuck. It's the fucking pump controller here. Get the cord out of the way a little bit. So obviously I just took a big piece of plastic in there and it's not liking it and not going in. You can hear it hitting. Alright, well I may just be boned on this. I may not be able to have the things that I got the card for. Fuck. Okay. How is it? Yeah, it's hitting the plastic. It's not even the cord. You guys can't really see it, but the I think this is the acrylic piece for the water block is sitting right on the back of the 4-pin connector, and there's just no give there. It's not gonna move out of the way. Shit. So I said in the other stream that I usually name my PCs after whatever profanity I say the most. It just sort of became a tradition. This PC is the cursed fucker. I've been saying fuck a lot, and it just feels like a cursed build. Right. I'm gonna go to the manual. Where is the pump stuff? This is a set of stuff. It's way too high on the board. I'm wondering what this WFlow thing is.
Said. LOL, what was the name of your first PC?
First PC was piece of shit. And the network attached storage, the NOS that I have, has inherited that name. It is now POS. The next one was fucker. The third PC just inherited the name fucker, I think. I don't think it had a special name. But it has since been, when it sprung a leak, it became leaky fucker. And now it's just broken fucker. I apparently say fuck a lot. Right. So W pump, W flow, W pump 1. This is 3. Fan and pump connectors. Yep, 4-pin, rad fan, 4-pin, I don't think that, because 23 is just the water in, water out, and water flow connectors, yeah. That's not going to do me anything. External fan. I could probably stick this into one of the fan headers, maybe, and maybe get that, but there's a reason that the water pump has its own special connector here. God damn son of a fuck. Okay. I guess I have to take it out because this is not going to seat properly, and if it doesn't seat properly, it's not going to work properly, and if it's not going to work properly, then I'm going to cry. So let's go ahead and take it out. Yay. Right. You're not helping, you're kind of in the way. You're actually a lot in the way, and I can't see shit. Better. Kind of. It'd be better if I didn't have to do this. Alright. Son of the fuck. Okay. Go away. Well, and it just seats perfectly. Yep. Just seats like there's no issue whatsoever. This one's seated, that one's seated. Well, let's just screw this back in. Oh boy. I came into the second part thinking, all right, I got all of the issues sorted out. I know exactly what I'm going to do. This is going to go smooth. I knew that wasn't going to happen. But it would have been nice if it did. Because then that would probably be less entertaining. So I guess there's a bright side to some of this. Alright, so there are some radiator fan headers down here. I might see if I can abuse those instead. So these fan headers down here might be enough to actually work. I'm gonna pull it out of this because that's a bad spot. It's gonna send the cable all over the place. I will do most of the cable management at the end, but that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna do some stuff now. Alright, I don't like it. I really, really don't like it because, like I said, one of the reasons why I got this board was the pump management stuff. Alright, well, let's plug these back in. And for the record, I am wearing an anti-static wrist thingy, so touching all of this very expensive equipment, I didn't want any bad things to happen, so I am wearing one. I am wearing protection. All right. I am very worried about these cards, though. They have been in and out quite a bit. And even with protection, I mean, after a while of going in and out so much, stuff can still break. I'm surprised no one has said anything about my choice of wording thus far. You guys are far more mature than I gave you credit for, and I apologize. All right, so, well, there's that. It's a chassis fan. That's probably for this fan. I think that is all of the things connected except for these fans here and this Molex here for the pump. So let's get this on its side. We will put, well, I guess on its feet rather than on its side. We will put the radiator together, and we'll be getting ever closer to the moment of truth where I learn just what pieces I broke or came DOA.
Cristofonzi said, I was close but had to hold back on commenting on that phrasing.
I was waiting for somebody to comment on it. If it's ever super obvious like that, feel free to comment on it because I'm probably waiting for it. All right. Try and get this spot where you can see. Hey, Donald.
I guess this is why you're a developer and not IT.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. All right. So this guy, like this, with these at the bottom, because it's going to go in here like this. I don't think that you guys can really see that, but these down here are going to go in at the bottom like that. So, bottom, top. All right. All right, so these actually get to go with the Be Quiet logo facing the right way, even though there's going to be shit in front of it, no one's going to see it. This goes in like this. So bottom, top, lay it on there appropriately, and line up all of the holes.
Said, I don't even know what that is. It looks like a furnace filter.
This is you're not far off. This is a radiator. So water is going to go in one end. It's going to go through all of these fins. The fans are going to blow air through the fins, and that is how water cooling stays cool. All right. So one fan, one fan, one fan. And as this is the bottom, it means this is the right side. So this is where the cables need to go. So cables on the side. All right, and I also have not busted out screws for this guy yet.
Callrim said, nifty.
So one of the other things that I forgot to bitch about.
Jesse Fish.
Hey, Fish.
Said, hold on to your hats, bois, we back at IT again.
So one of the things that I meant to bitch about, this Dutch or Danish or I don't know, what is DE? What is the DE code for? I don't fucking know geography and shit like that. Anyways, this heat killer reservoir, I love the way that it looks, and I love that it is glass, and I don't think that you can see anything I'm doing right now.
Said, Denver.
No. Okay.
Said, a little hard to see from this angle.
Yeah. So this the reservoir here, the heat killer, it's nice. It looks great. It's glass instead of plastic, so it won't stain as much. It's nice and heavy duty. It feels great. I love it. But they nickel and dime you. Like, it doesn't come with any mounts whatsoever. All right. So obviously it doesn't come for the tools to do anything with the mounting. You buy the mounts separately. And there are a variety of different mounting options, but you have to buy them separately. The mounts themselves don't come with the tools, and it's not a screwdriver, because fuck, that would be too easy. So I had to go out and find Allen keys, which I didn't have any of. And yeah, that was just a pain in the ass, because I didn't have metric Allen keys on hand, and this requires Allen keys to, you have to unscrew the top and then slide the mounts onto these rails, and it was just a great big pain in the ass. It looks good, but it fucking sucks.
Like the Apple version of that product.
Yeah. All right, so we have screws here with a piece of cardboard, because why not a piece of cardboard? All right, let's get these Be Quiet fans on here. This should be, I don't have wood to knock on, but this should be easy. I hope. Please, something be easy. And look, hey, because EK sends the, oh wait, hold on. I'm not on the appropriate, that was mute. There we go. I always forget which button it is. These guys send the fucking Allen key that you need. Because most people do, because that's the smart thing to do. Alright, so we've got a set of screws. There should be some long screws and some short screws, if it is like the other one. So let's go ahead and I don't mean like these super short screws. I mean like 30 millimeters versus 35 millimeters. I'm not going to use those. I probably should have just put those back in the bag before they go all over the place. But if we use the screws that are too long, if they're here, it doesn't look like they're here. These all look at the same length. Okay, well, are they the same length? No. Yeah, okay, they all look the same length. They did not send any 35s, which is interesting. If you use the wrong length, then you could end up puncturing the radiator, and then that's obviously bad. It's simple. And there we go. And so last time when I was doing this radiator, I ended up initially screwing them into this outside lane. I think you guys can see that. This outside lane is if these were 140 radiators and 140 fans. And this is just a 120. So this time I'm not fucking it up. One of the giveaways that should have been obvious is that there are only 12 screws here. With the Alpha Cool, they gave you 24 screws, 12 of the 30s, and then 12 of the 35s, along with the tiny screws too. Right. So this is back to the super exciting watch this guy screw fans, which Donald would really love to see, I'm sure. He'd probably love to participate. Get off. This place is a fucking mess right now. Let's keep this all... No, yeah, let's keep it like this. Still no comments from the peanut gallery. Alright. We'll try harder. doesn't feel right. Maybe it is. Just felt a little too tight. Like the screw was going in wrong. I still really don't like these default unbraided wires. I feel like I really need to go buy some braided wires at some point. I'm actually thinking about in a month or two going ahead and replacing this radiator with a crossflow, just because I think that that's going to look better than what I'm going to do here. But it's going to be a great big pain in the ass to do. But definitely, if I have to RMA anything, if I've killed any piece of hardware here, I'm definitely going to go the route of buying the crossflow radiator. This one can go there like such, and doing it right. Right now, I just want to get this done because, well, mostly because I started the stream and because I don't know if I have done anything bad to the motherboard or the video cards. Pulling them in and out like that. It should be fine, but just my paranoia is off the charts right now because, you know, like was said in Discord, this is a very expensive build, and it's stupid level of expensive a little bit. I will use all of the components in here. There's a reason why I got most of this stuff. It's going to be both my VR machine and my workhorse for video editing and things. So all the stuff in here is useful, but it is overkill. And with overkill comes great expense. And like I said, just the paranoia is, I mean, really nervous. Like after the first stream, after part 1, I was physically sore with tension. All right. So, radiator, water goes in one side, comes out the other side. And for anyone who wasn't there for the explanation of the crossflows, this is a regular one where water will go in this side, it will travel down these fins, go through here, and then go back down these fins and come out here. Now, why that is important is I'm going to put a drain port down here. So it's going to be sitting like this. So when the drain port empties, it's only going to drain half of this. And the rest of this is still going to be filled with water, and I'm going to have to finagle it and fuck with it and screw with it. The reason why I wanted the crossflow is because the crossflow, there's a port up here. It goes in, it goes down the whole thing, and it comes out a port down here. So if I have the drain port down here, it's just going to drain this whole thing. So the whole system will just drain beautifully. And that's why I wanted the crossflow. Just, I think the tubing will look better going up to here, coming out down here and up and over, just everything. And I'm really, really disappointed that I'm not installing it right now like that. But I've whined about that a couple of times. I think there are some people on here that weren't here before. So I'm whining to new people. All right, so this just goes on like that. And then I think that this is just a couple of case screws. Where did my screwdriver go? All right. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see me doing this, so I'll just cut back to this view. All right.
K2KRED.
Hey, K2 Cred, how's it going?
So this is your current problem?
A lot of my current problems, yeah. I mean, I had issues getting the tubing between the video cards. I had issues with the crossflow radiator that I got, the 480 not fitting in here, even though it says 480s fit. Speaking of which, I went to Micro Center, and instead of the 360, I got another 480. The 480s are supposed to fit in this motherfucker, and the 480 doesn't fit. It's like a millimeter too big, and it hits this metal piece. So that really pissed me off. So I had to go back again and get a 360. It's a good thing that I spent a lot of money at Micro Center, because they were super nice. They didn't even look at the radiator. They're just like, yep, okay, you're a good customer. We're going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And they just took it back. So at least that was super easy. So thank you, Micro Center, for not sponsored in all by them. I wish. That'd be great. I should talk to them about that. All right. Let's feed these through. So we'll try to get a view of this from the other side, but it's kind of dark. And, oh, one thing we didn't do is we didn't put the NVMe, not the NVMe, oh shit, it's not an SLI bridge anymore, it's the, oh fuck, what the hell is this called? NV bridge? Yeah, the NV-Link. NV. I don't know where the box is. I don't know where a lot of things are. Okay, in. All right. Super freaked out about those still. All right. Let's raise this up a little bit. And I can't see because the chair is in the way.
How far into this build are you?
So this is the 480. Everything's fine. This is the 480 crossflow that I was supposed to do, and water would go in here and come out here and just go through the whole thing. The first stream was about 7 hours. I did maybe an hour or two off stream, just sort of doing the planning. A whole lot of just staring at the build, going, what the hell am I going to do? And then installing the radiator and the pump offline. And then, what is this, about an hour into the stream or so? So, about a day's worth of work so far. Let's see, remove the chair out of the way so I can actually see when I'm doing things on OBS. Let's see. Okay, that should be good. Actually, no, I need more thing. Let's turn it around first. I have cables going all over the place off screen that you can't see. They're hideous and ugly. All right. Around to the back. I don't have a producer, so I'm having to do all this stuff by myself. So bear with me on that. No producer, no camera guy. Just moi. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this in focus. Alright. And then switch over. Alright, so fans, this is hideous back here at the moment. Cable management is a work in progress. I said it will mostly happen at the end. But these straps that I'm sticking these cables through will go taut and hold things in, and then there will be a panel that will go over those. So let's pull them through here. And then this guy right here is the built-in fan controller. So where is the top one? This guy is the top one. Okay. I'm going to go into here. And then just make sure that I keep them in order so that I know which one is which when I come back and have to do some maintenance, that they just go top to bottom, top of the radiator down to the bottom of the radiator, top of the controller down to the bottom of the controller. Alright, so all those fans now have power, and we'll come up here nice and snug and neat once that's all taken care of. Alright, so all of these are just RGB headers for RGB things, and they're probably just going to get cable managed away because I don't really need them. These are RGB things for stuff that does have RGB already, and they'll probably be cable managed away with that. Some of the front panel connectors, and then all this blob of power crap will get sorted out somehow, some way. These are the CPUs. This is the big ass one is the motherboard, and then these four are the GPUs. I think I want to move this, but I don't think I'm going to. Yeah. If I were to take this, there's an SSD there that's just sort of blocking stuff. I could take that off and make it nicer.
Stream on Twitch?
Not really as much. I'm thinking what I might do. I've got some flat games to play. For Christmas, I got The Last of Us Remastered. I actually have not played through The Last of Us yet. I've avoided most spoilers. So I'm wanting to play that, and I think I might stream that on Twitch. And Twitch might be my place where I go when I'm just doing flat game shit. And I'm open to feedback on that. I put out a poll on the YouTube community page, which is basically like YouTube Twitter, and there weren't many votes, but it was pretty overwhelmingly in favor of coming back to YouTube to stream on YouTube. And I wasn't getting a whole lot of followers or, traction on Twitch, so I wasn't doing anything regularly. And that's the key. I need to do it regularly. So I'm not abandoning it altogether, but mostly I've been streaming here on YouTube just because already existing following, and that following isn't big enough yet to really jump to a different platform. So, just stuff like that. Why is this? Oh, that's right. This fan here didn't have a spot on this controller, so it's actually plugged into the motherboard. All right. So let's get this plugged in. Let's get a Molex power cable for the fan controller, and
have you considered multicasting? Let others stream to both YouTube and Twitch.
I have. The problem is I am a Twitch affiliate, and part of the Twitch affiliate rules is that anything that you stream to Twitch cannot be anywhere else within 24 hours. So I think the people that do multi-stream to both Twitch and YouTube, they are either not an affiliate on Twitch, or they are a partner and they've negotiated special rates. Like I know who are the people that make Warframe? I can't remember their name right now, but the people that make Warframe are constantly streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. And I believe that's because they're partners and they're big and they get to set their own rules because Twitch wants them on there. I am not that person, so if I was caught, I would probably lose my affiliate status and probably not be able to get it back. And if I do plan on streaming to Twitch in the future, I don't want to burn that bridge, which is why I don't do it. Though I did look into things like Restream and such. But that is why that is. So Molex. I was looking for Molex. Where the hell did my power cables go? They were in this bag here. I thought I pulled out a Molex connector because I knew I was going to need it. This feels super light. Here is Molex and SATA. I don't need SATA.
Call him.
That's just SATA.
Makes sense.
This is a 4-pin to Molex. This is more SATA. Well, the only thing that I have is this. Wow, okay. It's a good thing I don't need a lot of Molex, because they didn't give me a lot of Molex. That feels wrong, though. Feels like I'm missing cables. I mean, they gave me a lot of 8-pin. Ah, here it is. Okay. Here is the peripheral one. This is what I was looking for. That one can go fuck itself. All right. So let's get this plugged in. What time is it? It is 8:18. I'm going to go check on my kid in a minute, but let's get this plugged in first. Because that was her texting me through her watch. But I'm going to... And actually, this is not a great view because it's... I'm going to need to take this in here and go to the other side and plug it in. So you guys won't see this, but it's not super exciting. I'm just finding the peripheral hole and sticking the peripheral plug in the peripheral hole. Where is... I think it's down at the bottom. Yeah, SATA down here at the bottom. Right, and it's plugged in. Okay, so now we have two things that require... Turn off, I don't need you anymore. All right, two things that require Molex. We have this guy right here, and we have this guy right here. So I'm going to... Actually, I might bring this up this way instead. It's this way. I don't know if Alexa listened to me. Alexa started running her mouth. No, I don't want you to listen. Alexa, stop. All right. I don't know which way this is supposed to go because I can't really see all that well from this angle. Okay. Corners go. So it's got a shape. Corners go on the inside. There we go. Well, that feels like a lot of force for a tiny, fragile thing. All right, well, it doesn't feel like it's all the way in, but I don't want to force it anymore because... Yeah, okay, well, it's not going in anymore, so it is what it is. All right, that's going to go down there. This is going to wrap around and come in here. And like I said, cable management later. And then we've got one more Molex connector for the future. I'm going to grab a drink. I'm going to check on my kid. Take 5, and we'll be right back.
Phil Hendry 100 said, "Doing this would give me a literal heart attack. I would never be able to build my own PC."
Alright, so she's in bed. And I'm gonna go drink. Okay, where were we? We had done the things, now we are gonna do the other things. So, I'm gonna get some tubing and start putting some tubing together. After that, well, cable management will probably come after I get this thing to post. There's no sense in doing cable management if I'm going to have to tear it apart again. All right. Let's get it this way. Let's go this way. There we go. Okay. All right. So no sense in doing that if I'm going to have to tear it apart again, just to send something back. So I'm thinking from here to the reservoir, from the reservoir straight down into the pump, but I was supposed to look at the intake and out of that. So where is this? Is this the one I want? I've got the, okay, yes. This is an outlet. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Why is this upside down? So this is, yep, this is an inlet, and this is an inlet. Ass. Alright, so I need to switch these around, because this is an outlet, this is the inlet. Yeah, the inlets are on the left. The outlets are on the right. I thought that's what it was. Okay, well, let's start taking this apart. And I need to get all of... I need to get all of my... Nope, that's what it says. I get all of my fittings together and see exactly what I have and what I don't have. Let's put this aside for now. Well, I am pretty salty that I had to go get this thing. It has been useful. Alright, so we're just going to put this one right there. And then tighten it down. Now, what I'm worried about is a kink developing between these two, and it's not straight up and down like I wanted it to. This could almost be straight up and down, but then I'd have a tube going over here and crossing. I don't really like that. And there's no intake at the top without buying another nickel and dime module. It's nice and tight. Right, so stick this in here. Make sure that I have another 90. Right, and the right is the out. So I'll plug this guy up. It's way too soon. Alright. Okay. Alright, so I've got a 90. So part of my plan with this guy, he has 4 exits. So it's just like a switch. It's going to come down out here. It's going to go into the top of one of these. And then one side is going to be the drain pipe that is going to have a valve on it. And then this is just, while this is shut, yeah, there you go. While this is shut, it'll be closed off and just fine. And whenever I need to drain the loop, just stick a tube on here, stick it into a bucket or something, open this up, and the whole thing should just drain out. So putting in a drain port, and that's what this guy's going to be. So he's just going to be down there. I am going to need a 90 off of this, most importantly. And I believe that I am going to need a 90 coming out of this. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to like how that's going to look. Like, a lot of this isn't turning out how I wanted it to. And I'm not like the super case mod guy. I guess I could, before I start doing this, I could take this and move it over to the next one. Actually, I might do that. I think that would probably work out much better. It would then line these up. Yeah, fuck it, let's do that. It can't hurt to try it. I know I'm not going to like this with it not being straight up and down. But while I do that, let me gather up all of the pieces that I still have left here. So I've got another plug, some more straight fittings. I might need to make another trip for more fittings. Fuck. I thought I had overkilled in the fittings. Alright, so before I do that, so who does this guy belong to? I don't even know where that one goes to. So, straight, 2 more straights, no plug. Like, I feel like I do need another 90. So that's going to go like this. This one is probably going to go under, up, and into the GPU right here, which I think should probably be a 45. So before I get into doing the rest of this, I'm going to need to make a trip, because I do not have all of the components that I need. So unfortunately, I might actually have to stop the stream and come back in about 45 minutes, because Micro Center is going to be closing in 27 minutes, and I don't know why I opened this, because I needed to take that back. No, this goes here. I do still need this. All right, so I have all of these straight. I don't have all of it straight.
Jesse Fish said,
All right.
Man, building a PC is way harder nowadays than it used to be.
It's just the water cooling, Fish. It's just the water cooling. If this was air cooled, I would have been done in an hour. Like, it's literally just plug all the things in and go.
Said,
the water cooling makes it exponentially more difficult.
ASAP, my boy.
Yeah, I'm headed out. Thank you guys for hanging around. I will be back in it'll take probably about 20 minutes to get down there, 20 minutes to get back, so probably 45 minutes to an hour I will be back. I will see you guys then. If you come back for Revenge of the Tubing. Thanks for hanging around. I'll see you guys in a bit.